Hey collective, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. Y'all, I thought I was gonna wake up and do some work this morning, and I woke up and went right back to sleep. I feel like I'm just like fighting off exhaustion. But I did take some emergency and some zinc just in case. Okay, so we got the Judge and the Destroyer, Kairos the Thread, and the Medallion. Whew. I don't know. I just feel like nobody motivates me in life like my family. They may not realize that. And hopefully one day they will. But I just kind of feel like there's just this idea of like nothing motivates you like. I mean, the judge is the idea of like an impartial judge, and you can't be a judge in some ways and not another, and just like really needing to like break through judgment, right? Like for me, I think I'm very sensitive to energy, right? And this is just a thing that has been always in my life, but when I was in the church, I, wanted to do my best to honor the church and honor what the church believed. And the church believed that, gifts were evil or, just like somehow again, going against God, because God is the only one that can know. But the thing is that God created us, or the universe, like however you want to approach the concept. But it's just kind of like we are a part of something bigger. And therefore we embody that something bigger, right? And that's not to go against the concept of something greater than ourselves so much as it is to say that like we are blessed and honored that we come from such greatness, right? But when you take that and you put it into something, that says, no, this is wrong, this is bad, it has like an effect on how we experience life, because when we are not able to embody like our whole self, like you feel pieced out, you feel angry, you feel frustrated, and then I think that anger and that frustration shows up elsewhere. So like for me, I always noticed that anything that was going on at work was going on at home. You know what I mean? Like if I was experiencing a high level of frustration with somebody over, a certain kind of energy, I was also experiencing at home. And yet I found that I was like in this cycle where I just couldn't seem to escape the jobs. And I always thought, well, maybe it's just the company, maybe it's just the people. And it's like, no, it's the whole energy. Sweet. You know what I mean? And so, like after the pandemic, it's kind of like, well, you have to get a job. And what do? I guess just get a job in the things that you have experience in, and, but like still in this energy that's not okay and not knowing how to escape it. And it's taken me a long time to really, I think, not only like become more familiar with myself, but to also become familiar with the idea of the energy at hand and what I'm existing in and how that's affecting me and how I react accordingly, because like sometimes I just be feeling like a cat in a cage, like let me the fuck out of here, and my energy gets very aggressive, but I can recognize that about myself, and then I can do something about it accordingly, right? So for me, I'm going into a field of work that's going to allow for me to work with energy so that I can expand and enhance my skills, so that I can become more familiar with the good in me and the power in me. And hopefully in turn, they will see that and they will, learn to trust that. But first I have to go through that process, right? And sometimes that can feel like a very destructive process, but like it is what it is. And again, I feel like for you guys, it's just this idea of like going through a process, figuring out what it is, figuring out like who you are and your reactions and the energy that incites such reactions, and getting to know yourself so that you can figure out what it is that you're connected to so that you can go for that. Because it's so important for us to work on being our healthiest, happiest selves. Because we're not going to impact any change if we exist in this cycle of nasty energy and frustration and piecing ourselves out, right? Okay. Whew. Okay. The dryer's probably going to sing in a minute. Heads up. Okay, collective. We have the Knight of Swords, the Six of Cups, the World, and the, which one did I miss? The Three of Cups. Well, I mean, I just feel like this ending of a cycle, because sometimes you have to be able to understand what exactly that cycle is, because we keep getting caught in it, but like, how do you get caught in it, right? And it's like, well, you have to acknowledge the energy, and you have to see how you're working with that energy, and you have to work around that energy or through that energy, or you know what I mean? And leave what you were holding on to behind so that you can step forward into something that, again, is just something that you really want. Whoa. Hope everyone's doing well today. Staying safe and warm and well. 10 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, 9 of Wands, and 4 of Pentacles. Well, again, I just feel like honoring this truth of what it really was that needed to go, you know, because there are parts of things that I think we hold on to, right? Like, well, it wasn't all bad, or it wasn't all this, or it wasn't all that. So why do I have to let this go? And I feel like part of that is because it's like a tie to an energy that is caught in a cycle. And I don't know, I just feel like saying sometimes the only thing you can do is cut yourself out of that cycle and create a new one and hope that it's really inviting. You know? Hope that it's one that demonstrates balance and safety and security and an elevated version of self, right? Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Emperor, the Lovers. Damn, y'all. Some mages out here. Justice and the Hermit. And I feel like, you know, the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles is just kind of this idea of like just feeling left out, feeling put down, feeling like you're fighting, like no matter which way you go, it's always going to be a fight, and just really needing to, I just feel like exit the battle. Like, I just don't want to be a part of anything that is bringing a battle to my door, right? And it's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't think that things can be healed, or you know what I mean? It's because like when you get sucked into an energy, that energy starts to consume you. And if it's an energy that you've existed in for a long time, you know, it serves as like a trigger point. I feel like, you know, to like an open wound. And I think that there's a decision that's being made that it's time for you to really release that battle, that lack, that sense of isolation, and step into all of the things that you're capable of. You know, the Emperor is like powerhouse energy. The Queen of Pentacles is very abundant, and the Lovers, I mean, it's like, you know, just like with love, all things with love. Okay. This one's pretty short for a general read. The Siren. Well, I mean, the Siren is the idea of something that calls to you, something that just can't be ignored. And I feel like part of it is like, listen, if there's a part of me that I've ignored for so long and it's caused me to be the person that I don't enjoy being, that I don't like that part of myself any more than you do, then I hope that you understand that the call that I can't ignore is not in competition with my love for you, or, you know, in I don't know, it's like me to my boys. You know, but that I know that the only way that I can open doors of opportunity and open doors that don't take these things and turn them into a mockery is to, you know, not deny myself an opportunity to understand it, because I can't teach anybody anything if I don't understand it myself. You know, and it's just kind of like I feel like whatever it is that you're feeling very called to, it's taking you in a direction where you just kind of feel like there's a sense of separation, but with a hopefulness of a success that creates an opportunity for, you know, like what it is that you intended in the first place, because it's like there is a goal here. You know, there's very much a goal here. But in order to get to that goal, like training has to occur. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's been training that's been done, and it's like I didn't do all of this just to like throw an opportunity for growth away. And maybe I don't seem like I'm a lot different than I was before, but maybe it's because I'm just now starting to really understand like why I need to go in certain directions. Before I was just running, before I was just trying to survive. And now I'm trying to make conscious decisions. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you guys resonate with that like 100. So I'll just leave it at that. Obviously, these are general reads. You can resonate with this, whether it's family or friends or lovers. You know, like it feels like this. It just feels like an open conversation right now. And I love this energy. It feels calm. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel aggressive in any way. It just feels like an acknowledgement and an expression of purpose. Okay, well, if this resonates with y'all, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.